And welcome once again to another fantastic Minecraft episode. My name is Dr. Wasabi. This is part 13 of building our FNAF 2 movie Pizzeria in Minecraft. In today's video, we are working on the party rooms and adding some retrospective detail. But before I do anything, folks, I just want to say if you do like the video, then of course like the video, hype the video, and subscribe. Now, I do apologize in advance if you hear any gales outside. Obviously, you know, there's a storm going on. There's not much really I can do about that. So again, apologies in advance. So without further ado, I believe it's time to get in to our block list. Okay, so for part 13 of building the FNAF 2 movie Pizzeria, you will need the following block items: grey concrete, signed terracotta, low grey concrete, pale moss blocks, stone slabs, smooth stone slabs, birch slabs, bamboo stairs and fences, yellow terracotta, blocks of gold, yellow stained glass and panes, birch fences, ladders, stripped warped hyphae, wax oxidized cut copper stairs and slabs, wax weathered copper and wax weathered cut copper stairs, and of course glow item frames. You will also need stripped crimson hyphae, crimson stairs, slabs and trapdoors, stripped mangrove wood, mangrove stairs and of course slabs, small amethyst buds, medium amethyst buds, white glazed, orange glazed and yellow glazed terracotta, ochre frogolites, mud bricks and packed mud, jungle trapdoors, light blue terracotta, white concrete and mangrove boats. So those are the blocks you need for today's build. As for my survival players, I heavily recommend collecting as much pale moss blocks, light grey concrete, as well as the mud bricks and packed mud, as this makes up the majority of the main construction materials, as most of this is going to be detail, so please bear that in mind. And so, now the block list is out of the way, I dare say it is time to get in to our time lapse. And we are back from that amazing block time-lapse folks, but before I show you anything else, I just want to say if you do like what I do, then please like the video, hype the video, and subscribe. Now, the first thing of note is of course the facade that goes on the boat ride. Now, obviously this is a major retrospective change, as obviously, you know, when we had the original reference images, a lot of it was sort of in darkness, so I couldn't really get out the texture or the color, but I'm really glad I have now because it just looks $1,000,000 compared to what we did previously. And of course, the second thing of note is that we have extended this sort of exterior side wall over here. Now, obviously, this was a retrospective detail that was much needed, as I have said. Obviously, you know, there's only so much I can do with certain images, and I'm really glad we've made this a bit more accurate to the actual layout of the building. Now, going into the smaller details of what we have added, obviously, we have the ceiling for Mangle's Cove. That was pretty much a given, well, given how we had to put the ceiling on there in the first place. Moving on from that, we have a small sort of table full of presents, which you will see in these sort of pre-incident sequences, and of course this weird little directional pole thing. Now, of course, alongside that, we do have a entrance to the main boat ride, obviously with boats now, which is pretty cool. But I did kind of always assume there would be a way to get down here, but I just needed a bit more reference images to confirm. So obviously there's that, and of course there's these wonderful little star things, which you do see on the exterior, but obviously a bit more cleaned up on the interior. Now, of course, the main question for myself is, what do I do next? And I'm very glad you asked that, imaginary viewer. So obviously there is a Dorko blog on Tuesday, and alongside that there have been some TikToks by the female actresses in Five Nights at Freddy's 2. So obviously there's a lot more reference images to go on, including parts for, well, parts and service. But again, we'll just have to see how much information is gathered so we can have a fully accurate rendering of this amazing pizzeria. And so, there we have it folks, part 13 of building the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie pizzeria in Minecraft. Honestly, I'm so glad I have finished this part of the pizzeria. The sort of main party room is really looking bedecked and all fancy, and I just love it. But of course, I do want to say, if you do like what I do, then please like the video, hype the video, and subscribe. My name has been Dr. Wasabi. I bid you a most pleasant good morning, good evening, and good night. And of course, as always, God bless.